this month's craft. I'm going to show you how to make our fall button tree. Your supplies are this autumn template of a tree, some fall colored buttons. Now is also a good time to decide whether or not you want to frame this to hang it on the wall for a fall decoration or not. So what you would need is to try out your frames and see what frame you'd like to use. This one doesn't look too bad, but I really don't like how it's cutting off a lot of that tree. So I'm going to try a different frame. All right, this one fits pretty nice. I can see all my branches, and down here I can see the bottom. You want to see some of the ground too in this. All right, so I'm going to trim. I'm just putting the glass from the frame down. That's about where I want it. And I'm just going to take a pencil and trace around. Now I have the shape that I want to use, so I'm going to go ahead and trim my tree down. All right, now I have the shape of my tree. And that'll fit right in the frame. The reason you want to trim it first is that it's going to be much harder to try to trace around that and trim it once you have all your buttons glued down. So I'm going to go ahead and start to arrange these buttons a little bit on where I might want them. And then once you have an idea of where you want them, you just need to start to glue your buttons down. I'm just using Elmer's glue, but if you want, you could also use a hot glue gun. It would probably be easier with a hot glue gun. The other thing you want to do is make sure your buttons are flipped over the right side up. I like to have the flatter side facing down. Like this one has a little ridge around it and this side is flatter. It just glues down better that way. Some of the glue is sticking through the buttons, and that's okay. It'll dry clear. In fact, this one is going to make it easier for me. You can take another button and actually glue another button on it, and it makes it look a little bit more interesting. I think I'll do that on this one too. It's also fun to glue a few of the buttons on the bottom. It just makes it look like fallen leaves. You can have them sticking up a little bit. And you can do the same thing down here if you wanted to do the double stacks of buttons. It doesn't matter. It's however you would like. So I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing the rest of these buttons. still have 2 buttons left, but I think this is as many as I want on. If you have other buttons at home that you would like to use, and add other colors to it, like for instance, if I wanted to maybe, put a turquoise one on there, or double it up with a pink one, you could add whatever colors you wanted on. If you wanted to add some non-fall colors, it still looks great on your tree. So I hope you had fun adding your button leaves to your tree. And again, once this dries, I'll be able to put it into my frame and have a little fall decoration for my wall. Thanks for watching. See you next time.